believe how smooth it is. Can you?
Just go.
Yeah. Anyway.
I didn't stretch.
Go!
Hey guys, what's up? Bailey Cole here, hanging out here in the desert. We just got a brand new trailer, brand new Safecraft trailer. Things are looking good. Still got a lot of tuning and stuff to do in here before our hammers, but it's gonna be good. Got a lot of content in this episode. Make sure to click that subscribe button and the like button. Help us out. Thanks, man.
Well, it is Saturday, the 2nd of January. Yeah, and we're back at it in the shop. We've been working in here. We did CVs. Oh, CVs are the worst. Look at all those Spider Tracks axles over there. We got to get everything ready. So we're changing out. We built these freshies up for pre-running. We got to get those in and put some new hubs on. We got this side done already this morning. Fresh Spider Tracks hubs. Got the brakes all reassembled. Got a couple zip ties to do, and we're getting there. Vinny's en route with the tranny. And some fresh boots. We can finish up the CVs because we're almost out of these guys. These are just hats, I think, conehead hats for us in the shop here. So headed up to Elrod's to pick up some more. Dude, we haven't stopped. It's been a real grind, but it's all good. It's fun. And then we got a fun project starting probably tomorrow afternoon. Check this baby out. I did a little work on it already. It's not exactly in the same condition it was as when it was brand new. I'm not gonna go crazy on it. You all right?
My name's Sean Schumacher. I'm working with Billy Cole Racing. We are at DOUGANS Racing Motors right now, picking up the engine, and then we'll be heading up to Jason Scherer's place to drop it off tonight.
So this is a small block Ford base motor. It's 460 inches and it makes quite a bit of power. We'll let Jason go over that with everybody if they'd like. It should be a pretty good motor for him.
Well, Sunday morning in the shop. What's up, guys? Okay, just in case you were wondering, it wasn't so easy to load up. I decided to use the gantry crane. I'm trying to push the car over so I can get it straightened up on the trailer. Woo, ramps are moving. It's like doing the squats.
Me and Jason got some super exciting news today. Jason got the deal with Ford Performance for the motor, completely changed his car. Things are going well. Today we got even more information, and it sounds like we are getting to drive the 4600 Bronco. Really exciting stuff. We get to go fast in the brand new Bronco, take it on, and race it as a stock car. That's where I started my racing, and it's excited to get back, especially partnered with Ford. So that's really exciting stuff, and we'll keep you updated as that goes along. You're driving it before I even get to drive it? Man!
It took me a minute to find out how to roll the window down, or I would have done it the other way, but I got to show you my first impression thing that I love. So I love to get in a vehicle and feel like everything's centered up, and I've always hated it with some other cars, but you can stick your elbows here for cruising down the highway. It's got great visibility, perfect layout, everything's within reach. This is it. This is like they did such a good job on the ergonomics, which I think so many people miss. and especially in some of the competitive vehicles in this class, they're uncomfortable to drive, but this thing is like perfect as far as where everything sits. So score on that. The digital displays are awesome. It looks killer inside, and they did a really nice job with this Bronco. I'm stoked.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm already here.
Rochambeau.
I got an idea. How about we race out into the desert
Okay.
on foot?
Thank you. Sorry about that. All right.
Or just, how about this?
But I'll beat you in the car.
We'll have Colette put it out in the desert, and the
Okay.
first one to it gets to drive it.
Okay.
All right. Deal.
Okay. Don't tell Jay. I'm gonna get a slight advantage off the start line with a little shoelace. Tricky maneuver.
So I'm a little older than Bailey. I've been sitting in my car for 9 hours to get here.
Yes.
Bailey decided that he wanted to drive. I said, let me drive it. Somehow we said, I'll race you for it.
Well, you
I
wanted
did
to
say
do the
I
foot
would-
race. You
was
wanted
my
to do the
fault.
foot. Yes.
Anyway.
I didn't stretch.
Go! So nice. I cannot believe how smooth it is, can you?
It just goes.
Yeah.
Like,
It's super fun. Dude,
I would
stoked.
think the suspension's been tuned already. Like
Yeah.
level of just how good it is.
It's so much better than I think people are going to expect on that level,
Uh-huh.
you know? I've driven a few race cars that won't hold a candle to this thing, man. This thing's,
No, it's legitly good.
yeah, smooth as can be, so it's going to be fun. Yeah, we're going to have to fight over who gets to race it first. You want to do Rochambeau?
Rochambeau?
All right, ready? Oh, yes!
Star sighting.
I'm so stoked. This is like a dream for like a rock crawling guy to end up at DOUGANS to get his trophy truck motor tuned and his rock crawler. You know, it's not really where I thought I would be in life, but this is pretty cool. So top level stuff right here. I'm excited to see what it does on the dyno too. But I can already tell it's like crazy clean compared to what I'm used to. Like we switched over to this Ford package and I didn't really have any experience in it, but I also didn't have like a real race motor for King of the Hammers, right? I had a crate motor, and the difference, like already just driving it down the street to pull it around to put it in the trailer, and it was like, oh my god, this is so much more like powerful feeling and crisp. Like the motor just ran so clean. So I can't wait to see what it does, and then I really can't wait for tomorrow to go out and rip it in the desert and have some fun. So.
This is all aluminum Yates-headed Ford tall deck deal. It's a D3 style cylinder head, and it's right at 460 cubic inches. Of course, all solid roller and high compression. It's a good solid piece, so it'll be interesting to see how it does.
Nervous because I don't want anything to happen bad and then have to work on it and not be able to go testing tomorrow.
Okay, I'm gonna slow the wheels and let you guys in here in a second. But if you see anything going wrong at all, everything feels good so far. We're just getting it warmed up, try to get some temp in the gear in the T case. Checking for vibrations, looking for leaks. So they're gonna do once around the car and make sure everything looks good there. We'll begin to start doing tuning, pedal adjustments and so forth. So far, so good.
Alarm at 50.9, I believe. It may need to be reset in the dash.
Come on.
I'm pleased with the stall being that high.
Yeah.
I was concerned that it was going to be too tight. What is interesting is it feels tight hard throttle, which is what you want.
It is, and I worked hard to try to explain that to the converter guy, because you need to go with the 255 millimeter diameter to be able to make it work, and you can't have too much offset in the design, because otherwise I think they end up with that loose feeling down low, which might feel good in a trophy truck where you just want to be able to go whoop, and have a corner, but in a rock situation we need that coupling to be able to go up the stuff without feeling like it's just revving all day long, because that builds so much heat.
Sure.
So I think we found a happy medium. All right, so that's a wrap on the dyno here. Awesome day at DOUGANS and at JLM. It was, I'd say everything was as successful as possible. I've been nervous, like to the point where my hands were shaking earlier all day, because I just kept fearing that something was going to go wrong. But I think everything's perfect. Teamed up with the right guys for sure, because they knew what they were doing. And my guys put in so much effort to get the car ready. So I'm stoked. I can't wait to go to the Hammers tomorrow and test it out, see what it feels like. Might even do it tonight.
Sweet tonight, aren't you?
It's hammer time! I have to get my jam on in the morning. So I just give you guys a quick update so everyone really knows what's going on here. But we went to DOUGANS yesterday and we did the dyno thing, and you really want all the stuff open as much as you can so that you can see, like, driveline temps, you can shoot them with a gun, outputs on transmissions and everything, all with that infrared heat gun, you can see it. So I didn't want all the paneling in. So we started on that this morning, had a couple little things to trim up. We put the spare tire back on it and the mount, which meant we had to move the reservoir and the shocks because we never lined that stuff up. We're putting our little gear bags back in it. We're filling it with fuel. We're just getting it buttoned up. There was a lot of zip tie-in. Yesterday we had tried to run the transfer case breather just straight out the back, and yet when it gets hot it vents it out that way. I used to run it up to a catch can and then out to the back, and so I think we're gonna have to go back to that, but we had to rig up a little something to make it work for today so we can go testing. We still got to charge nitrogen into the shocks, so we're gonna go over to the gantry crane and do that, and then we'll check tire pressures, and I think we're ready to go out and drive it. So I literally walked in front of the exhaust and it blew my ear back in. There's so much air coming out the exhaust, it's freaking wild. First time going to drive it. Plan though is to go run the road through the Hammers, to the lake bed, and then take my 16-mile loop that I've done over 100 times. That is my shakeout run, and then come right back here. So really kind of feeling it out, making sure that everything feels good and there's no weird bugs or anything feels funny, and get used to it, and come right back here and we'll kind of go over everything and make sure that everything's looking good. And then I'll go do it one more time, but I'll actually run it a little bit more at speed to try to see how the car feels instead of just shaking stuff out. So God, it's been 6 months since I've been in the car, which is so weird, because normally, these things, you finish the season in October and you're down here in November testing and it doesn't feel this weird, but with COVID and everything kind of changing it up and us not racing, making the decision to pull the motor out that was in it and switch over to the Ford program. Like, we just had to do the deal, get the stuff out of the car and go. So we missed all the last races that ended up going back on the schedule after we made that call. And, you know, it's been 6 months since I drove the car. So it feels like somebody else's when I get in it, you know?
This is why I don't play reindeer games with Jason Scherer.
Sorry, bro. I've never even seen that happen.
What are you working on here?
We are bleeding the brakes. Let me know when you want to hold.
Whenever you're ready. What was that?
That might have been the balance bar just snapping.
Part of it, huh?
All part of it. We have a worn up car from Oklahoma, so we're having to chase worn out parts, and they have all kinds of new stuff that they have to chase, and kind of mean in the middle. That's racing.
Yeah.
Guys, what every race team's built on.
It looks like a pain in the ass.
It looks good. Yeah, we're down to
We get the electric pump.
We should get the electric pump.
Seems way easier.
Uh-huh.
Let's do that.
We're gonna get the electric pump.
Are you? We have a guy. We're good. Just because you don't work out, dude.
I'm not into that CrossFit, you know?
Some 3/8 inch fine thread all thread to fix Bailey's brake pedal right now. And of course nobody carries fine thread. So it's gonna be a little bit of a fight, but hopefully we'll get it back running.
What did you do? Any chance you guys could hand us that? Ken's replied to that message picture. Sean, what did you do? Me and Jason literally just got done testing, drove the wheels off the car, literally. Man, that was an experience. Hoping to not do that again, but we're gonna get the car back together. Be ready for hammers. You guys gotta follow along with this. It's gonna get intense here. Like, subscribe, follow us along, and keep watching. Have a good one.
You just go. Yeah.